How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Cameron Kens. Today, I want to talk about 2022. This year has been a very eventful year for me, and I have had a lot of experiences this year, and I want to talk to you guys about them because I think it's good to reflect on this year and to talk about it, my experiences. And if you guys have any fun experiences, put those in the comments down below. I like to hear you guys' stories, and let's get to it. So, I want to start off by talking about the bad. So, I've only had really one big bad of this year, and that was I lost a lot of friends. A lot of people who I deeply cared about, who were practically brothers to me. The people I grew up with in high school, who I grew up with in my later childhood, high school times. We had a huge falling out and we split. I'm still friends with some of the people in my old friend group, and we have our own new friend group now, which is good. And it was definitely a rough part of the year, and I gotta say, I am happy with the friends I have now, and I have definitely learned know who you are around. If your friends come off as toxic or only care for themselves, then you shouldn't waste your time with them. I want to talk a bit about my summer, which was probably the highlight season. That's where I had a lot of great highlights of this year. For me personally. So, I experienced my first time in Chicago. I went to the Field Museum and the Shedd Aquarium, and that was very cool and unique, and I loved it. So, I went with my girlfriend's friend group. So, my girlfriend and I, we loved it so much, we came back a few weeks later to go again. And this time we decided to explore the city. We brought some people from my friend group around as well. And we had a really good time. We explored the city. You got to see the buildings, which are very unique and cool, and you feel so small when you look at those buildings, especially when you're from a smaller town like where I live. And it's really cool. I love Chicago. And so here's a fun experience with that. We took the train there, and we had the time. We knew what the times were or the arrival times and everything. But what we didn't do is take account for the fact that we were in a different time zone. Yeah, we missed our last train, and we had to get an Uber, and we Ubered for the first time, it was a late night. It was 2 or 3 in the morning, while we were driving back, and I watched a lot of Uber horror stories before, and I did not want to fall asleep. The guy was really nice, though, that's good. But, I would still, oh, shoot. But I was still, nervous. It was an Uber drive it was my first Uber drive, so it took us forever to get back to where our car was. And then we got back to the house around 4. And we were exhausted. And we woke up the previous day to go to Chicago at 4. We were exhausted. So, yeah, that was my Chicago experience, and I gotta say, it was really fun. I wish I recorded it. I wish I recorded these experiences, because I think that would have been really fun to have on the channel, but don't worry, I'm going back to Chicago, and I can't wait. I'm excited. So, another highlight of the summer, I went to Tennessee, and I went to Georgia and Alabama, all for the first time. I really liked it. I have a friend, or me and my family have a friend who went to the Army. He's a great friend of mine, and he graduated from boot camp, so we wanted to go congratulate him, go to his ceremony, and it was in Georgia. So we went to Georgia, Tennessee, and we got to see him after months, and it was just so good to see him. It was almost it never happened, but it was such a great time. And it was awesome. We had a lot of talks. I experienced a lot of things. And I definitely wish I recorded a Providence Canyon video, which I went there, and it was my first time seeing a canyon, and I was just like amazed. I was in a canyon, and I had a great time there, and it was just a great experience to end my summer. So those were the highlights of my year. Like a lot of the main highlights were seeing friends, going to movies. We had a lot of we went to the movies a lot this year because we have a lot of friends and we all can drive and we all meet each other at the movies. We go see a lot of movies. I definitely know this upcoming year there's a lot of movies coming out and I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of them. So I'm excited. But this year I got to experience a lot with friends and those were probably the highlights of my year. Yeah, so I want to talk about the accomplishments I've had in this year, too. Okay, so having accomplishments, having goals, I have a bucket list, and I actually was going to do a video forever ago talking about my bucket list, but I've never done it. But that's fine. So, my biggest accomplishment of this year was going to college. So, at first, at the beginning of the year and sort of last year, I was, nervous if I'd be able to get accepted into the college I wanted to go to. And I got accepted. I got that letter, or I got an email. I got both a letter and an email, but it was the biggest smile I had on my face. I had a really rough day at work. I vividly remember this day. I was having a rough day at my job, and I got that email, and it lit my day up. I was so happy. I was so excited. Yes, I'm going to college. I'm going to college. And going to college was on my bucket list. And I remember vividly, my first day in my first class, I was so nervous. And I just experienced, I had such a nervous feeling, but I told myself, I was hey, I'm in college now. I'm going to college. And I also remember, during orientation, I was just this is it. This seals the deal. I'm going to college. And in that first class, in that first few minutes, I was just I'm here. And I remember looking back to where I was, somewhat last year. And I was, worried I wouldn't be able to go to college. And I made it to college. I was so happy. And I gotta say, this is different for everyone. College, I definitely think I enjoy college a little bit more than high school because I like the freedom I have and I like studying a certain field that benefits me. I am studying graphic design. That's my current major right now. And I have taken a lot of courses in the graphic design thing and in this semester, and I was actually going to do a video talking about both my first semester and my review of my first semester and a sort of art showcase of the things I've done in this semester, but I think I'm going to save the art showcase towards the end of this upcoming, towards summer, so I can have a whole year's worth of work. I'm taking a digital imaging course, and I'm excited to learn about that. I'm excited. But yeah, college is definitely the biggest achievement I think I've accomplished this year. I want to talk more about the accomplishments I've had on this channel. So, on this channel, I got more subscribers, and I'm so happy I got to have excuse me. I was so happy I got to bring in more people came onto the channel to watch my content and enjoy themselves. I am glad you guys watch my channel. It makes me happy. And you guys are just a great community of people, and you guys mean a lot to me. I never thought I would do YouTube before, and I just remember when I first did it, I was so nervous. And I still do it to this day. And I think this year I sort of found my thing for YouTube. I think I've definitely explored a lot of with superhero discussion videos. I have made a lot of good content in my opinion. And in this upcoming year, I want to fly. I want to go crazy with this channel. I want this channel to have more quality, more movie-esque like things. Like I want to do mini movies, skits, and exploring. I have a lot more. I'm gonna keep doing the superhero discussion videos. I actually have one that's coming up soon, which I'm excited for. But I want to I also want to focus on like movies. I want to talk about movies because I love movies. And since there is a lot of movies upcoming this year, I want to talk more about those. So I'm excited. This is going to be a fun year. I have a lot of great ideas for this channel this upcoming year, and I hope you guys are up for this ride. It's going to be so fun, and I am going to go crazy with this year. I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited for all the ideas I have. I just cannot wait. So, definitely, I've been posting more on this channel, and it helped. It definitely shows. I was so happy, like, with the stuff I'm posting. It's really good. I enjoy what I'm doing on YouTube, and I want to keep going. I don't want to stop anytime soon. Doing YouTube was a huge achievement, in my opinion. And this year, I think I've definitely improved. And since I'm an adult, I can understand more of like what people look for, and I can understand more from when I first started when I was a kid. So, YouTube, I've had a lot of good accomplishments this year, like going to college, YouTube. I got a job that I enjoy. I don't really want to share that information quite yet, but that's fine. This year has been a great year, and a lot's happened, so this year is coming to a close, so I cannot wait for 2023. It's coming very soon. I actually have a while. I don't know if this video will come up before 2022 or 2023, but either way, 2022, this video will conclude my 2022 year, and we'll be moving on to 2023 and have a great time. Alright, so I thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have a good time and enjoy 2023. Alright, if you guys like the video, subscribe, like, hit the bell icon, and I will see you guys next year.